Hello guys, it's Adnan here, and for those of you who are new to my channel, I'm Adnan and I'm recording my journey of my learning and everything as I navigate through the AI space and automation space from a complete beginner, and I just want to document everything. And this is actually day 4 of my learning, and today I learned about prompt engineering, and I'm gonna share everything that I learned today with you guys so that you can also apply the concepts and hopefully make your time with AI much better, and so that you can expect the desired outputs from AI. So let's get started. Let's just make myself a little bit smaller, and yeah. So today we will talk about prompt engineering 101. So I gave my intro, who am I? So let's just skip that and move to the next section. Okay, so we are going to talk about the prompting plateau. So you are using ChatGPT or maybe some other tools and you're getting decent results, right? But the question is, are you being able to unlock its full potential though? Or are you stuck on what I call the prompting plateau? So what I mean by that, you see a lot of advice out there like top 10 prompts or quick templates for optimized prompting. They're fine for basic stuffs, but there's a lot other stuffs to explore on prompting, and it's called prompt engineering for a reason, because it's a science actually, how to actually give instructions to AI properly, and a level that separates casual users from people building truly powerful AI systems. So today we're actually climbing up the plateau. Next, move on to the next section. Alright, so this is the problem why good enough is not great, especially in 2025. So what's holding most people back? It's oftentimes the approach that people use AI with. So many of us start by just chatting with AI. I'm gonna put an emphasis on the word chatting here, and it's intuitive, it's forgiving for simple tasks like drafting an email, and that's also called conversational prompting. And this is how maximum people use AI with. They just converse with the AI, thinking it's their buddy and it's gonna somehow magically understand the context, the motivation behind the user asking for the output and everything. No, AI can't read your mind, or it doesn't know the whole context to your problems. It's specific to you, it's unique to you, so you need to specify everything. So, but when you want to build something truly reliable, something that is scalable, and for example an AI agent for your business, an automated workflow perhaps, that conversational prompting style actually breaks down when you want to do advanced apps. So first of all, it lacks precision. Secondly, it's hard to debug if there's a problem in the prompt or output, and you are actually leaving a ton of performance on the table. So that's not good. If we're, especially for the developers or people who are building AI automation systems, if you're paying for the AI service, why not just use to its fullest capabilities? Why leave money on the table? Yeah, it's waste of resources. So we need to maximize the output that we can get. So the truth is, the difference between a basic prompt and well engineered one can be the difference between a neat party trick or a system that actually saves you hours or generates significant value for your business or clients. So let's just write that down. Difference between basic prompt and then well engineered one. So there goes. So then we can move on to the next section. So why deeper prompting matters and where the real power lies in. So the question we can ask is why just bother going deeper? So because effective prompt engineering is like having a superpower. It's not just about getting slightly better text, it's about control, efficiency, and unlocking the full capabilities of the AI tool that you are using. So you can imagine automating complex customer service inquiries. You can imagine generating highly targeted marketing copy, perhaps if you are a marketer watching this video at scale, or even creating custom AI tools or for specific projects or industry needs. So that's the realm we're talking about. And I'm gonna quote Andrej. He's from OpenAI, and he said, the hottest new programming language is English. Yeah, Andrej, I believe he's one of the founding member of OpenAI. Yeah. So the hottest new programming language is English. So this is the age that we live in. Everything is so simple. You can code a whole application that would take weeks or months for human developers to do. Of course, we are not going to achieve the desired 100% best output from AI yet. You can do that if you actually when an actual expert with proper prompts run the AI tool, he can generate results, but we're getting close to near perfection, even for people who can't code or who doesn't have the actual expertise of the subject itself. So what Andrej from OpenAI was talking about, he was talking about this, the art and science of instructing AI effectively. So a single well-crafted prompt can achieve what might otherwise take hundreds of lines of code or hours of manual work. And I have personally built some basic automations that have saved me a lot of hours from my weekly schedule, and all of those stem from proper prompting. So that's exactly what I want to share with you guys today. And so let's actually move on to the I have yapped a lot, pardon me for that. As I'm making these videos, I'm actually learning how to be more how to speak properly in a precise manner and how to be better with my words. So yeah, I'm gonna improve on these things as we go on. So let's talk about the most important part of our today's video. It's called the core principles of advanced prompting. So let's just start. I'm gonna drop information bombs as I have learned everything. So how do you do it? It's about being deliberate and understanding a few basic key principles. Think of it like building precision tools, and instead of just playing with it around. So we're gonna start. So I believe we can do a numbered list. Bulleted lists, numbered lists. Okay, we got numbered list. So let's just start. So first topic we'll talk about is role prompting. This will be the first section of your prompt, and I'm gonna actually demonstrate the whole prompting stuff with an example later on. But let me first talk about the sections of an ideal prompt. The first one being role prompting. What does it mean? So it means give your AI a role. Don't just tell the AI what to do, tell it who to be. So I'm gonna write that down actually. Tell your AI who to be. So for instance, instead of saying I think this will cause some problem here. Let's just make it H1. What happened here? I'm gonna write that again. I'm using Notion for the first time here, guys, so pardon me. Why can't I? Okay. So the first step is role prompting. So what does it mean? It means tell your AI who to be. For instance, instead of just saying write about dogs, which is a simple prompt, write about dog. Instead of saying this, we can say assume the role of an expert veterinarian with 20 years of experience. See the difference between the two prompts? And then we can add stuff like write a compassionate guide for new dog owners. Now defining a role actually helps the AI to adopt the right tone. So right tone, style, and the depth of knowledge. Of course, AI already knows everything about the topic, but it can use them properly in the output. This alone can significantly improve the output quality. So we can move on to the next part and next section of the prompt, and that will be, so we had a tool, and that is chain of thought. So what does it mean? So it means to guide the thinking of your AI. So for complex tasks, don't just expect the AI to jump to the perfect answer. You need to guide it. You can literally say think step by step. You can literally say this to the AI and your output will be better. You can actually outline the steps that you want it to take. We can write it down. Outline the steps that you want the AI to take. You can actually tell it, and for example, you can say first, analyze this customer feedback. Second, identify the core problem. Third, suggest 3 solutions. As you can see, the structured approach actually dramatically improves the accuracy on tougher problems. So next, move on to the next section. We got why are we having a big spaces? Okay, it looks much better now. Alright, so we covered role prompting and chain of thought. Then we got few short prompting. Okay, what does it mean? So few shot prompting means you need to show, don't just tell it. So there are various prompting methods like the zero shot prompting, single shot prompting, few shot prompting, and multiple shot prompting. And there are studies on it, and the studies actually show that when you move from zero shot prompting, which means providing zero examples, to one example or a few examples, the quality of the output gets much better. And that doesn't mean it will keep getting better, and after like for 3 to 5 examples or 10 examples, there we face a point of diminishing returns, and the improvement will be marginal. So that's something we won't do. So we're gonna keep our examples under 5 examples. So the key point here is sometimes the best way to get the output you want is to show the AI a few examples. Provide 2 or 3 examples of the input and the desired output style or format. So examples of the input that the AI will be working with, and then examples of the output, of the desired output. Alright. So then the AI learns from these examples to produce what you're looking for without needing complex fine-tuning of the model itself that we won't be doing. Alright, so next move on to the next section. So it's called emotion prompt. Emotion prompting. This is actually a fun part that I figured out myself. So let me just talk what it is, then share my experience with you. So what it means, a touch of emotion. Yeah, you might be thinking, why do I need emotion? Because I'm talking to a machine. It doesn't have any emotion. No, it does. And I have actually experienced when you talk with it with a little bit of emotion, you actually pamper it with like saying stuff like, hey man, you're cool, thank you, you have done a great job, hey bro, how are you, and starting the conversation with that. It gives you slightly better results every time, and this is actually research backed. This is not something I made up with, although I discovered it myself from years of using ChatGPT and abusing it basically for every one of my needs. But yeah, it actually works. So this one may sound wild, but the research is backing it up, adding phrases that actually convey urgency or importance, like saying this is critical for my project, or saying things like your thoroughness is highly appreciated here. So saying stuffs like that can actually make the AI perform better, especially on complex analytical tasks, and it seems to model focus more. Yeah, it's cool. So next up we got we'll talk about the next section, and it's called instruction placement. What does it mean? So the core topic here is mind the middle. Basically, language models, which is funny, tend to pay more attention to the instruction at the very beginning of your prompt and the very end of your prompt. So important details can actually get lost in the middle. This is a weird thing, but is that a reality? Get lost in the middle. So this happens a lot when your prompt is longer and very big. And so for critical instructions or constraints, if you have any, make sure they are placed at the very beginning, or again to remind the AI model at the very end of your prompt. You can label it as final notes or reminder sections. It's up to you. So next up we got markdown formatting, and I'm going to actually show you guys how we can put together everything I discussed here and how does it look for an actual prompt. So this is applicable especially for longer and more complex prompts. We can use formatting like headings, we can use bullets, even bold texts. Why do I have this much typo? We can use bold texts. So this not only makes the prompt easier for you to read and manage later if you have to debug anything, but also helps the AI to parse and understand the different components and their importance in the prompt. So the key takeaways here in the markdown formatting is you can use, let's just say, you can use H1 tags. You can mark it with the hash symbol, or I believe it's also called pound symbol. In some places we call it hash in Bangladesh. You can use H1 tags, you can use H2 tags, H3 tags, and those will be you can indicate those as double pound symbol, triple pound symbol. Then we can use to emphasize a word, you can't actually format it in the prompt, but you can use signs like this, which means text. This will actually make the text look bold to the eye of the AI. So I can actually show you an example of a prompt that we can feed an AI model or ChatGPT if you want. So my goal with this prompt is to write a draft email that I'll send to my boss for a sick leave. I am sick. I was sick yesterday. I am sick today. I can go to the office, so I need to write a prompt for it. So let's just see what it does. So first up, we got the everything here. We got role prompting, then chain of thought. I'm gonna write everything. So first up we got, see, I'm using the pound sign to indicate that it's actually header 1 in the prompt. It's easier for me to read and manage, and it's also easier for the AI to understand the components. So role. So the AIs, I'm gonna just add a text, example prompt for writing draft email to send to boss for sick leave. So this will be our example prompt. Do you have bold here? No, I don't have bold here. That's all right. You can use, okay, header 2. We can use header 2 here. What just happened? Oh no. Okay, so here is it. So at first we got role, and you are a professional email writing consultant with 10 years of, listen guys, I'm just making up examples, but just to showcase you the point, I believe you can do it better with time. So you are a professional writing consultant with 10 years of experience who help corporate guys to excel in their careers through mastering email writing. It's as easy as that. So next up we got the actual task that you want the AI to do. So let's just name it as task. So what do you need the AI to do? So the system, the actual proper way to write task is always to start with a verb. Let's say write or generate. We can say generate, which is a verb. Generate a draft email for sending to my boss about my sick leave. Alright, so this is the task that I want the AI to do. Then we got specifics. Do you need any specifics? For specifics we can include some things like I was absent in the office for the last 2 days. I may miss office for this week as well. So this is the context, this is the specific that I will discuss. Then we got context. So what's the context of this email, or what's the specific backgrounds that will help the AI to make a better compelling copy? We can include more context like I am an employee for this business for over 5 years. The boss doesn't like me. We can say stuff like the boss is new and unlike the old boss, he doesn't, we do not get along very well. So this is the context, and if you include this context, the AI model will actually make the email body optimized for this specific context, so that it will handle how it will actually try to mitigate the reaction. Sorry. My bad. So the AI model will actually try to lessen the sting between you two and deliver the message in a professional manner. So this is the context, and we can also include stuff like I didn't take any sick leave in the previous 2 years. So that adds a little bit more context, so that's also gonna help. So next we can include stuff like we're gonna use a double hash sign, which means header 2, and I'm gonna use like about the business. What does it mean? It means what kind of company I work with. So depending on that, the chat model may know about the policies of taking leaves or the impact on it, on everything. So we can say stuff like I work in a law firm. Just saying, for example, I work in a law firm. Okay, that adds a little bit more context, and then we can include some examples. So here you can actually include a few lines, or even you can include the whole draft email of your own that you like, or maybe you have collected some draft emails from the internet that works best in these scenarios, or maybe you have collected some emails from your co-workers which worked from them previously. So yeah, you can include as many examples as you want, but ideally you should keep it under 5. So you can include all the examples here. So that was it. That was the everything. So individually this might seem a small tweaks, but when you actually combine them, the performance increase is massive. We are talking about moving from unreliable outputs to precise, consistent, and highly effective AI responses. So yeah, that will surely help you. So let's move on to the next section. Okay, beyond chatbots, what you can build with these advanced prompting skills, you are no longer just talking to AI. You are actually engineering and making things. It seems cool. That's why it's called prompt engineering, right? Yeah. So you can build. So what are the things that you can build? Let's just you can make smarter AI agents. If you are working with AI agent and AI automation and stuff like that, you can make and build smarter AI agents. For example, you can make custom GPTs or other agentic systems that can understand complex instructions, use tools, and perform multi-step tasks. Then we got intelligent AI voice systems. So we have more. You can make more natural and effective customer service bots or virtual assistants, customer service bots, virtual assistants with proper prompting, and it will save you a lot of time. Then we got robust AI automations, and you can actually integrate AI into your business workflows to handle tasks reliably, faster, saving time and money. For business workflows or anything in your work that needs some kind of repetitive tasks. Then you can build custom AI tools. So that means you can design specific and AI-powered solutions that can be tailored down to niche specific problems or industries. So this is how you can create serious leverage, whether for your own projects or by offering these skills as a service if you work freelance or if you just work under AI businesses. So that's cool. So yeah, that was mostly what this video was about. It's getting longer. It's almost about over 30 minutes. So yeah, I tried to keep it shorter. Hopefully, as I get better with speaking, my videos will be shorter and shorter and more concise, precise, without the filler words that I use a lot. So if you're ready to move beyond basic AI interactions and start truly engineering solutions, you can focus on these deeper prompting principles. Next step is about understanding how AI thinks and to guide it effectively. So this is not just about getting better answers from a chatbot, but it's more about becoming a powerful creator and a problem solver, if you say. And I'm gonna add that line in this new AI-driven world, in this today's age of digital transformation, blah blah blah. You get the point. So here was everything, and this marks the end of today's video. If you found this video valuable, give this video a like, subscribe for more content. I post every day as I learn something new every day, and I'm trying to share with you guys my journey. And I've got one question for you. If you watch the video to the end, I've got one question for you, and that is, what's one prompting technique you are excited to try after watching this? What's one prompting technique you are excited to try after watching this video? That's my question to you. If you watched me till the end, and if you apply one thing, what's that? Hopefully I taught you something valuable, and it can improve your interactions with AI systems. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.